It was a quiet night in the small town of Silverwood, nestled among the rolling hills of the English countryside. The moon cast a silvery glow over the sleeping houses, while a gentle breeze carried the faint scent of blooming wildflowers through the streets. All seemed peaceful and undisturbed, until a bright beam of light pierced through the darkness and illuminated the bedroom of 8-year-old Emily Thompson. Emily woke with a start, her heart racing as she squinted against the blinding light. She sat up in bed, rubbing her eyes in confusion, trying to make sense of what was happening. Before she could scream for her parents, a strange figure materialized at the foot of her bed, its alien form bathed in an eerie blue light. "Come with us, human child," a voice echoed in Emily's mind, sending shivers down her spine. She tried to resist, to fight back against the unseen force that compelled her to obey, but it was futile. With a sense of dread sinking deep into her stomach, Emily found herself floating through the air, carried by an unseen force towards the open window. Outside, a massive spacecraft hovered silently in the night sky, its sleek metallic surface gleaming in the moonlight. Emily was gently lowered onto a platform that extended from the alien vessel, where she was greeted by a group of extraterrestrial beings, unlike anything she had ever seen before. Their elongated limbs, luminous eyes, and shimmering scales exuded an otherworldly presence that both fascinated and terrified her. As Emily's mind raced with fear and confusion, a voice suddenly crackled over a communication device worn by one of the aliens. It was a message from Earth, transmitted using advanced technology that bridged the vast distance between worlds. "This is Admiral Maynard of the United Earth Space Fleet," the voice boomed, cutting through the tension like a blade. "You have taken something that does not belong to you. Return the child unharmed, or face the consequences." The aliens exchanged wary glances among themselves, their telepathic communication betraying a sense of unease at the unexpected turn of events. But they were not about to back down without a fight. With a cold resolve in their eyes, they signaled for the spacecraft to ascend, lifting off into the starlit expanse of space with Emily held captive within its confines. Unbeknownst to the aliens, their brazen act of abduction had triggered a chain of events that would forever alter the course of human history. For on Earth, hidden away in the shadows of secrecy and defense, a fleet of 800,000 supercarriers stood ready to unleash their formidable power on any threat to their kind. And as they prepared to embark on a rescue mission unlike any the galaxy had ever seen, the aliens would soon learn that humans were not to be underestimated. Earth was ready to fight back, and they would stop at nothing to bring Emily home. As the alien spacecraft streaked through the void of space, carrying Emily further and further away from her home, the United Earth Space Fleet sprang into action. Deep within the heart of Earth's moon base, Admiral Maynard paced back and forth in the command center, his eyes fixed on the array of holographic displays that flickered with real-time data. "We've detected a high-energy signature emanating from the alien vessel," reported Captain Patel, her voice steady despite the urgency of the situation. "They're preparing to jump to warp speed." Admiral Maynard nodded grimly, his jaw set in determination. "We can't let them escape. Ready the supercarriers for immediate launch. We're going after them." Across the vast expanse of Earth's solar system, the 800,000 supercarriers stood poised and ready, their sleek forms gleaming in the light of the distant sun. Each one was a technological marvel, armed to the teeth with advanced weapon systems and shield generators capable of withstanding the most ferocious onslaughts. As the order was given, the supercarriers powered up their engines and blasted off into space, forming a formidable armada that stretched as far as the eye could see. Led by the flagship, the UF's Colossus, the fleet hurtled towards the alien vessel with unparalleled speed, closing the distance with each passing moment. On board the alien spacecraft, Emily huddled in a corner, her eyes wide with fear as she watched the exchange between the extraterrestrial beings. She didn't understand their language, but the tension in the air was palpable, a silent testament to the gravity of the situation. Suddenly, the ship lurched as alarms blared throughout the corridors, signaling the imminent arrival of the human fleet. The aliens scrambled to their battle stations, their movements swift and coordinated, as they prepared to defend their prize at all costs. But as the supercarriers closed in for the attack, unleashing a barrage of energy beams and missiles that illuminated the void of space in a dazzling display of firepower, the aliens quickly realized that they were facing an adversary unlike anything they had encountered before. The battle raged on with ferocious intensity, the alien vessels' shields holding firm against the onslaught of Earth's weaponry. But the supercarriers pressed on, their pilots executing daring maneuvers and unleashing devastating salvos that rocked the alien ship to its core. The odds seemed stacked against them, but the humans fought with a tenacity born of desperation and determination. As the battle reached its climax, Admiral Maynard made a fateful decision. With a steely resolve in his eyes, he issued the order to execute the daring maneuver known as the Nova Strike, a high-risk tactic that would bring the ship in close range of the alien vessel, bypassing its shields and delivering a crippling blow to its core. The supercarriers moved as one, their formation tightening into a deadly spearhead that pierced through the alien defenses. The Colossus led the charge, its weapons blazing as it closed the distance with the alien ship. And as the final moments of the battle unfolded in a maelstrom of fire and fury, Emily watched in awe as the humans unleashed their full might upon their alien adversaries. With a deafening roar, the alien vessel shuddered under the force of the Nova Strike, its hull buckling and breaking apart as explosions rippled through its structure. And then, in a blinding flash of light, the ship was torn asunder, consumed by the cataclysmic power of Earth's vengeance. When the dust settled and the debris cleared, the alien threat had been vanquished, and Emily was safe at last. The United Earth Space Fleet emerged victorious, their valor and determination proving that they were a force to be reckoned with, a beacon of hope in a universe teeming with dangers yet to be faced. And as the supercarriers returned to Earth, their mission accomplished, they bore witness to the unwavering spirit of humanity, a spirit that would endure no matter the challenges that lay ahead. The return journey to Earth was a triumphant one, as the United Earth Space Fleet made its way back through the vast expanse of space, bearing not only the 800,000 supercarriers, but also a newfound sense of unity and purpose. On board the flagship Colossus, Admiral Maynard stood at the helm, his gaze fixed on the blue jewel of Earth that shone like a beacon in the distance. As the fleet approached the orbit of their homeworld, a sense of relief and joy washed over the crew. For many of them, this would be the first time they had set foot on Earth in months, having embarked on the rescue mission with hearts heavy with the weight of uncertainty. But now, as they drew closer to the familiar site of the planet they called home, a collective sense of pride and accomplishment filled their hearts. The supercarriers descended through the atmosphere, their entry creating a spectacular light show that dazzled those watching from below. Citizens around the world looked up in awe as the fleet of shining spacecraft streaked across the sky, their formation a testament to the strength and resilience of humanity. In Silverwood, the small town where Emily had been abducted, a crowd had gathered in the town square, waiting for the return of their beloved daughter. Among them stood Emily's parents, their eyes filled with tears of relief and gratitude as they scanned the horizon for any sign of the approaching fleet. And then, as if conjured by the power of their hopes and prayers, the supercarriers appeared on the horizon, descending towards the town in a grand procession. The people of Silverwood broke into cheers and applause, their voices rising in a crescendo of joy as the fleet drew closer, the Colossus leading the way. As the supercarriers touched down in the town square, their engines humming with a gentle hum, Admiral Maynard stepped out onto the deck of the Colossus, his presence commanding the attention of all who had gathered. With a warm smile, he motioned for Emily to join him, the young girl stepping forward with a mixture of wonder and awe in her eyes. "Welcome home, Emily," Admiral Maynard said, his voice filled with warmth and reassurance. "You've shown incredible bravery, and your spirit has inspired us all. You are a true hero." Emily's parents rushed forward, enveloping their daughter in a tight embrace, tears of joy streaming down their cheeks. The people of Silverwood cheered and clapped, their hearts overflowing with gratitude for the safe return of their cherished child. And as the supercarriers powered down their engines and the crew disembarked, joining in the celebration, a sense of unity and pride swept through the town, a reminder that no matter the challenges that lay ahead, humanity would always stand strong, united in the face of adversity. The story of the alien abduction and the daring rescue mission would be told for generations to come, a tale of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring spirit of humanity. And as the sun set on that unforgettable day, casting a warm glow over the happy faces of the townspeople, Emily knew that she was home at last, a living testament to the indomitable will of Earth and its people. In the aftermath of the alien abduction incident and the triumphant return of Emily, the town of Silverwood began the process of rebuilding and healing. The scars left by the terrifying ordeal were still fresh, but the spirit of unity that had emerged from the crisis served as a powerful beacon of hope for the community. Volunteers from neighboring towns and cities descended upon Silverwood, offering their support and assistance in the cleanup and recovery efforts. Together, they worked tirelessly to mend the broken pieces of what once was, restoring the town to its former glory and creating a sense of solidarity that transcended boundaries and differences. As the days turned into weeks, life in Silverwood gradually began to return to normal. Emily, now hailed as a local hero, found herself surrounded by friends and well-wishers wherever she went. The support and love of her community helped her overcome the trauma of her abduction, allowing her to embark on the journey of healing and recovery. Meanwhile, the United Earth Space Fleet continued its vigilance, patrolling the skies and safeguarding Earth from potential threats lurking in the vast expanse of space. The supercarriers stood ever ready, a constant reminder of humanity's resolve to protect their homeworld and defend it against any who sought to harm it. Admiral Maynard, hailed as a hero for his leadership during the daring rescue mission, found himself thrust into the spotlight as a symbol of Earth's strength and determination. Despite the accolades and recognition, he remained humble, knowing that the true heroes were the brave men and women who served under his command, risking their lives for the greater good. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the town of Silverwood, a gathering was held in the town square to commemorate the resilience and courage of its residents. Emily stood at the center of the crowd, surrounded by her family, friends, and fellow townspeople, as Admiral Maynard took to the stage to address the assembled crowd. "My friends," the Admiral began, his voice carrying the weight of his words, "we have faced adversity and emerged stronger on the other side. The events of the past have tested our mettle, but they have also shown us the power of unity and courage in the face of adversity. Let us remember this moment as a testament to our resilience and our unwavering spirit." The townspeople listened intently, their eyes reflecting a mixture of pride, gratitude, and determination. As the Admiral concluded his speech, a hush fell over the crowd, followed by a resounding cheer that echoed through the streets of Silverwood, a declaration of solidarity and hope that reverberated far and wide. As the stars twinkled overhead and the warm breeze carried the scent of blooming wildflowers through the town square, the people of Silverwood stood together, united in their resolve to move forward, to rebuild, and to embrace a future filled with promise and possibility. And as they looked towards the horizon, their hearts filled with hope and optimism, they knew that no challenge was too great for them to overcome, as long as they stood together as one. Months passed since the events that had unfolded in Silverwood, and life had gradually returned to a semblance of normalcy for Emily and the townspeople. The scars of the alien abduction were fading, replaced by a newfound sense of resilience and camaraderie that bound the community together. As the town square bustled with activity on a warm summer day, Emily found herself wandering through the familiar streets, the sun casting a golden hue over the tranquil surroundings. She paused by a newly erected monument, a tribute to the courage and heroism displayed during the abduction crisis, and felt a surge of pride in her heart. Gazing up at the monument, Emily reflected on the journey she had embarked upon, from a child caught in the grips of terror to a beacon of hope and inspiration for her community. The support and love she had received from her family and friends had been a guiding light, helping her navigate the darkest moments and emerge stronger on the other side. As she turned to continue her walk, Emily noticed a figure approaching, a familiar face that filled her with a sense of nostalgia and gratitude. It was Admiral Maynard, his presence a reminder of the bond forged between Earth's defenders and the people they served. "Hello, Emily," the Admiral greeted her with a warm smile. "How are you feeling today?" "I'm doing well, thank you, Admiral," Emily replied, returning his smile. "I still can't believe everything that happened, but I'm grateful for all the support I've received." The Admiral nodded, his eyes reflecting a depth of understanding beyond his years. "You showed remarkable bravery, Emily. Your strength in the face of adversity inspired us all. You are a true testament to the resilience of humanity." As they walked together through the town square, Emily and Admiral Maynard shared stories and memories of the rescue mission, each moment a reminder of the bond that had been forged between them during their shared ordeal. The Admiral's wisdom and compassion served as a guiding light for Emily, offering her a sense of comfort and reassurance as she navigated the challenges of her recovery. As the sun began to set in the distance, casting a warm glow over the town of Silverwood, Emily and Admiral Maynard came to a stop by a tranquil pond, its surface shimmering in the fading light. The stillness of the moment enveloped them, a poignant reminder of the peace that had been reclaimed after the storm of chaos and uncertainty. "Look, Emily," the Admiral said, pointing towards the horizon where the first stars began to twinkle in the evening sky. "There's a new horizon waiting for us, filled with endless possibilities and opportunities. As long as we stand together and face the future with courage and determination, there is nothing we cannot overcome." Emily gazed out at the horizon, her heart filled with hope and optimism for the days to come. The journey of healing and recovery had been a challenging one, but it had also been a journey of discovery and growth, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity that transcended all boundaries and obstacles. And as she stood alongside Admiral Maynard, watching the world transform under the canvas of the evening sky, Emily knew that the future held promise and adventure, a new horizon beckoning them forward into the unknown, a future shaped by courage, resilience, and the enduring bond between a young girl and the heroes who stood by her side. In the weeks following Emily's return and the healing of Silverwood, a sense of tranquility settled over the town. The memory of the alien abduction incident had faded into the past, replaced by a renewed spirit of unity and community that bound the residents together in a tapestry of shared experiences and collective strength. One crisp autumn morning, a buzz of excitement filled the air as the townspeople gathered in the town square, eager to witness an event that had been shrouded in mystery and anticipation. A large tarpaulin-covered structure stood at the center of the square, its contours hinting at a significant unveiling that was about to take place. Emily, now an active participant in the community's activities, stood among the crowd, her eyes bright with curiosity and wonder. Beside her, Admiral Maynard stood with a knowing smile, his gaze fixed on the object beneath the tarpaulin, an object that held the promise of a new chapter in Silverwood's history. As the townspeople waited with bated breath, a hush fell over the square, broken only by the gentle rustle of leaves in the autumn breeze. And then, with a flourish of anticipation, the tarpaulin was pulled back, revealing a magnificent statue crafted in honor of the events that had transpired in Silverwood. The statue was a work of artistry and craftsmanship, depicting a scene of heroism and unity, the Supercarriers soaring through the skies, the townspeople standing in solidarity, and Emily at the center, a symbol of courage and resilience. The monument stood as a tribute to the bravery, and sacrifice displayed during the alien abduction crisis, a reminder of the strength that lay within each individual and the power of community in the face of adversity. A collective gasp of awe and reverence rose from the crowd as they beheld the statue, its intricate details and emotive design capturing the essence of the tumultuous events that had unfolded in their midst. Tears of gratitude flowed freely from the eyes of the townspeople, mingling with expressions of pride and admiration as they witnessed the unveiling of a symbol that would stand as a testament to their shared triumph. Admiral Maynard stepped forward, his voice resonating with warmth and gratitude as he addressed the crowd. This statue represents more than just a moment in our history. It symbolizes the strength, resilience, and unyielding spirit of Silverwood. It stands as a beacon of hope and a reminder of what we can achieve when we stand together as one. The townspeople erupted into applause, their voices echoing through the square in a chorus of celebration and remembrance. Emily stood at the foot of the statue, her heart full with emotion as she gazed up at the monument that honored her journey and the collective strength of her community. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the town square and the newly unveiled statue, Emily felt a sense of peace and fulfillment wash over her. The events of the past had shaped her in ways she could never have imagined, and as she looked ahead to the future, she knew that the strength and unity she had discovered in Silverwood would guide her on the path forward. And as the stars sparkled in the evening sky, illuminating the town with their gentle light, Emily embraced the hope and promise of a new beginning, a beginning marked by resilience, compassion, and the unwavering spirit of a community that stood united in the face of any challenge that lay ahead. In the wake of the unveiling of the statue in Silverwood, a sense of renewal and optimism permeated the town. The monument stood as a beacon of remembrance and a testament to the indomitable spirit of the community, serving as a reminder of the strength that had emerged from the darkest of times. As the seasons shifted from autumn to winter, a blanket of snow descended upon Silverwood, transforming the town into a picturesque winter wonderland. The streets twinkled with holiday lights, and the air was filled with the sound of laughter and joy as the townspeople came together to celebrate the season of hope and goodwill. In the heart of town, a festive market sprang to life, bustling with activity as vendors set up stalls selling handmade crafts, sweet treats, and warm beverages. Children laughed and played in the snow, their faces flushed with excitement as they reveled in the magic of the season. Emily wandered through the market, her breath forming frosty puffs in the cold air, her cheeks rosy with delight. She paused at a stall decorated with twinkling lights and colorful ornaments, drawn to a display of intricate snow globes that captured scenes of wonder and beauty within their glass spheres. As she admired the craftsmanship of the snow globes, a voice called out from behind her. "Emily, look what I found!" It was Admiral Maynard, a mischievous twinkle in his eye as he held up a snow globe depicting the Supercarriers soaring through a starry sky, their engines ablaze with light. Emily's eyes widened with amazement as she took the snow globe from the Admiral's outstretched hand, turning it over in her palms to admire the exquisite detail. "It's beautiful," she breathed, a smile spreading across her face. The Admiral nodded, his gaze thoughtful. "It's a reminder of all that we've been through and all that we've overcome together. The Supercarriers represent not just our strength in the face of adversity, but also our capacity for hope and resilience." As they stood together in the midst of the bustling market, surrounded by the sights and sounds of the holiday season, Emily felt a profound sense of gratitude for the bonds of friendship and community that had been forged in the crucible of hardship. The events of the past had tested them in ways they never could have imagined, but they had emerged stronger, united by a shared vision of a brighter future. As night fell and the stars glittered in the winter sky, Emily and Admiral Maynard made their way to the town square, where the statue stood illuminated by soft, glowing lights. They stood side by side, gazing up at the monument that symbolized the triumph of courage and unity, their hearts filled with hope and determination for the journey that lay ahead. And as the snow continued to fall gently around them, blanketing the town in a quiet, peaceful stillness. Emily closed her eyes and made a silent wish for a tomorrow filled with promise, possibility, and the enduring strength of a community that stood together, ready to face whatever challenges the future might bring. The dawn broke over Silverwood, its golden rays casting a warm glow over the town in the early light of morning. As the first light of day crept through the streets, awakening the world from its slumber, a sense of anticipation hung in the air, a feeling of new beginnings and fresh possibilities on the horizon. In the town square, the statue stood tall and proud, a silent sentinel overlooking the town and bearing witness to the resilience of its people. The silhouettes of townspeople began to appear, their figures moving through the square with purpose and determination as they prepared for the day ahead. Emily emerged from her home, her breath forming wisps of vapor in the crisp morning air. The events of the past year lingered in her thoughts, a tapestry of triumphs and challenges woven into the fabric of her memory. She knew that the journey of healing and growth was ongoing, but she faced the day with a newfound sense of strength and clarity that had been forged in the fires of adversity. As she made her way through the quiet streets of Silverwood, a sense of purpose settled within her heart. The unveiling of the statue had marked a turning point for the town, a symbol of unity and resilience that would guide them through whatever lay ahead. In the distance, the sound of footsteps echoing on cobblestones reached her ears, and Emily turned to see Admiral Maynard approaching, his expression serene and contemplative. There was a quiet wisdom in his eyes, a depth of experience that spoke of a life lived with purpose and integrity. "Good morning, Emily," the Admiral greeted her with a warm smile. "There is a new day dawning for Silverwood, filled with endless possibilities and opportunities. I have no doubt that this town will continue to thrive and grow, guided by the strength and resilience of its people." Emily nodded in agreement, a sense of determination shining in her eyes. "We've come a long way, Admiral. The challenges we faced made us stronger, but they also brought us together in ways we never imagined. I believe that the future holds great promise for Silverwood, and I'm excited to see where our journey will lead us next." As they walked side by side through the awakening town, the sun rising high in the sky, Emily and Admiral Maynard shared a moment of quiet contemplation and unity. The events of the past year had left an indelible mark on Silverwood, but they had also revealed the depth of resilience and courage that resided within its people. And as the day unfolded before them, brimming with possibilities and potential, Emily and the Admiral looked towards the horizon with hope in their hearts, ready to face whatever challenges and adventures awaited them on the journey ahead. A journey marked by strength, unity, and the unwavering spirit of a community that stood together in the light of a new dawn.